2021 Ducati Panigale V2 oil change. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3 mils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7 3 mils. And then I'm gonna be draining the oil in here. Conflicting reports, 4.2, right? Or is it 3.8? We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, 4 liters to an equal amount of 4.2 quarts.
Yeah, all right. So we will revisit this when we get a little further. All right, so it is almost drained into the low profile drain pan, and it's basically filled the whole thing. So this is definitely a necessity if you don't have a rear stand, which we do not on this bike. So we're gonna get that all done and then on to the next step, which, because it has no external oil filter, because Ducati, yeah, we'll be having to do the internal filter, which are a lot more fun than external. So instead of waiting the appropriate time to drain your oil and do the oil change, we actually did the opposite of that, and we just did it when it's super hot. Let's just find out what it's at right now. 159 degrees is the oil.
Burn my fingers a little bit.
Wow, that was really nice. All right, on to the next step. We got to, you know, you're gonna have to dispose of this 159 degree oil into a funnel and then into an old container, right? So here, let me call the medics right now for you. So with this internal filter, it is actually right there, and you can get an 8 mil on this one, but the left one, you really can't do it unless you really want to be a Barney Stanton and just strip the heck out of it. So your best bet is to get an actual, here, where's that little wrench? Let's see here. So let's see if the box end will fit on there. Yeah, it will. So then you can put the box end on there and then you're good. So there's like a double O-ring setup in here, I remember, and you literally have to screw in a couple bolts that fit the outside cap and carefully pry them apart, because even though the bolts are taken out, that outside cap is not the same. There it goes. Perfect. So that's what it looks like right there. You have 2 O-rings right there, and you need to thread in a couple random bolts, because this outside cap is actually a larger hole than the 2 inner ones that are inside there. So it's actually kind of a pain, but got it done. And then tinfoil, of course. All right, so once you get that ready and you're ready to take out your extra filter, you can use a tiny little flat blade. You push right here in the middle. That pushes in, and you can get right up here on the side and then leverage it. Pop. You just kind of like that and go pop, and it pops right out. Next step. All right. So that filter needs to go in there and then get pushed in there so that that rubber gasket, there, it's seated now. It needs to be seated.
Yep.
All right, so once you get the filter housing cap put back in there, it does need a little bit of a push to get both of those dual gaskets to seat themselves. But once you get that pushed in there, then you can put the 2 8 mils back in there, and then that'll be all set. There you go. All right, so torque setting for the filter cap is 7.4 foot-pounds. Right, Sweet Pea? 7.4 foot-pounds. All right, we're good with that. Get that other one done, then we're good with that. And then onto the drain plug. All right, so drain plug is 15 pounds, 15 foot-pounds. So get that all tightened up. There it goes. All right, last step is adding the oil. And kind of varying reports on it, but we'll verify with the sight glass, but about 4.2 quarts. Is that what you heard? 4.2 quarts?
Yeah, 4 liters, which is equal to 4.2 quarts.
All right, so we'll check that. And then obviously at about 4 quarts, I'd say we check the sight glass. We'll see what it looks like because. All right, so you have 3 mil, 3 mil, 3 mil, and 3 mil. So there's 4 3 mils. There's a 4 mil right here, and there's 2 more 4 mils at the bottom. Next step is to fire this up and see if it's all filled. All right, fire this thing up. right, sight glass is nice and filled up, and this job is done. Panigale V2, 2021 oil change, done.